Let's see. So let's do a quick score prediction. I'm gonna go 250 to 86 for the Durham. I'm going very, very like exact.
I'm thinking 250 to 150 to Durham.
Oh, okay,
I think Leeds will put up a much better fight, especially speaking of M&K Demons. If Do Not Define Me is playing as well as he was in that previous map, 35 and 18 with 19 assists was, you know, it's safe to say that he was a fundamental part of them defeating Southampton. That being said,
Do Not Define Me is a beast.
That being said, Leeds has gone down 2 off the rip, but so have Durham. It's going to be Leeds who are looking to flip this point first. The ML does go down, but it's still going to be 2 dead either way.
Yeah, Spartan Spy here, locking down the C stronghold. B already getting converted by Durham, but the player does get taken down. SOS okay here, locking down this gold area. Both teams are playing a little bit tentative off the start, but he does get another kill, and it looks like B now might be in position to get hop, so C in control, B being converted as well. It's a good start here for Leeds. They've got 2 players on that B stronghold. Spartan Spy locking down tower, so yeah, nice strong start for Leeds, but Mage Lord gets the beatdown kill onto Spy. That could be the opening they need, maybe to push towards this C stronghold, but OK is here again, locking this one down, but the bait and switch comes in. Mage gets a kill, BML gets a kill as well, so that's a lot of players down now on the side of Leeds, and the trip cap could be coming in here. BML's found the shock rifle in hand, and they could maybe connect with a few of these shots. Things could get really dangerous now for Leeds, and it looks like the trip cap could be coming in, but you see just across the map there, A is getting converted, C getting converted as well, so it's all getting a little bit messy at the start. Oh my lord, that's a big shot, but it's getting a bit scrappy at the start here, but Durham at the moment with a narrow lead, but A and B in control of Leeds.
Yeah, excellent teamwork coming in from Durham, managing to flip that fight around, and that fight seems to completely flip the entire momentum of the game. Now it's going to be Durham scoring, overtaking Leeds, not by much. Still you know, not a huge amount of points on the board for either team, but it's going to be Durham scoring, and Leeds with still a player in the death screen are not going to be in a position to try and make anything happen just yet.
Yeah, BML doing a really good job just staying alive with his shock rifle. You can see AB now in control of Durham, and sometimes with those power weapons, just staying alive, kind of having that presence on the map can be such a kind of nuisance to the other team. But you see the push now coming in from Leeds. Katarina gets 1 kill, going to get a second as well. They shut down that push to A. They are going to maintain it. Mage in a 1v1 here with a player. Turbine, the help comes in, a triple kill now, and that's all 4 dead for Leeds. It's a really good job from Durham to hold. And are they going to continue to hold this up? Are they going to push for the trip cap? It looks like they're electing to carry on holding, and you can see kind of what we spoke about before the game. They seem confident in this AB hold. You can see the points continuing to rack up. Maybe not as fast as they'd like, but they've definitely kind of got this one locked down. Another kill comes in, and maybe a few single pushes starting to come in now from Leeds. Another kill. Katarina gets 2 kills back to back, 6 and 2 to start this game, and their setup just holding so strong for Leeds for Durham. And we're glad to see if Leeds.
So anyway, it looks like Leeds are making a push towards glass. 3 players seem to be going that long hallway, whilst another one's in tower. They managed to take down Manxie up there, and now they're probably going to be looking to convert C if they can find some kills. But still, with only 1 dead from Durham, they've not really got that advantage that they need. SOS OK is now pushing into A, probably looking to just distract these players whilst the flip onto B comes through, and he's doing a very good job of it. B does get flipped, 1 dead on either side. Now it's 3 dead for Durham. Killjoy on La Catarina, who was doing such a good job earlier, and it looks like they're going to be going for this triple cap, or maybe not. Spartan Spy, I'm not sure if he missed the jumper, if he just decided he wanted the plasmas more. But 3 dead now. 2 dead again for Durham, and it looks like Leeds are going to be making an attempt to get themselves back into this game.
Yeah, really good job from Leeds to flip control, and they've now got that AB set up as well, and you can see a heavy push coming in here, tower for Durham, but Do Not Define Me gets that kill. The camo's coming up soon as well, so both of these teams are going to have to be wary of that, but seems like Mage just doing a good job here, being a nuisance toward. I know it is up though. Manxie in the fight here, gonna get the kill. Is he gonna go for the grab? It looks like maybe leaving the camo for his teammate, but A and B still in control of Leeds. They're continuing to rack up those points. 1v1 here, bomb A, and Spartan Spy gets the better of that engagement. So A, B still in control, but B getting converted as well. So we'll have to see maybe if Durham can get that conversion onto B, or if Leeds are going to come in with a stop. It seems like just for now they've stopped it. BML gets taken down, and kind of similar to what we saw earlier, it seems like maybe a lot of these pushes to break these subs are kind of a little bit one at a time, a little bit single file, and we'll see maybe there could be a bit of early nerves here in the grand final, and oh my lord, the 1v1 goes the way of Leeds. Another kill as well off screen, and that is going to be AB maintained, and it looks like we could be coming up to a tie game here soon enough.
Yeah, it seems like Leeds are really bringing that momentum forward that they got from the very narrow victory over Southampton. Going to be feeling confident going into this series. Durham obviously not been playing whilst they waited for this map to start, but a big win from La Catarina. That might be the opening that Durham need, and she manages to get away with it as well. She's going to regen, but now she's going to be in a 1v1 with the Dreammaker. Can she get revenge for that reversal earlier? The Dreammaker's just going to run away, and that means A is going to be converted over to the side of Durham, but C. The spawns get flipped and C is now getting converted, which means Durham's going to be once again in a position where they're not scoring points.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of triple caps this game, and I'm interested to see maybe if that's something that changes kind of longer we go on. Because yeah, it seems like both teams almost just taking it in turns, going to have that 2-cap, get a bit of points. Eventually they lose it, and it can be hard to win a game off a single double cap. So I think we'll have to see if maybe that is going to change as we get later on to the game. But Manxie doing a good job here, converting B, is going to stay alive. Gets the beat down as well, so a lot of damage done from Manxie. The grenade comes in from BML, taking that one down. A and B in control here of Durham. The double kill from BML. He gets taken down. There's kills going across all over the map, but it seems like the setup here for Durham holding strong for now. But Spartan Spy behind enemy lines catches this player out on the turbine, but no, misses a few shots. And Manxie with a big kill there to carry on that control. And Camo now up. Mage is flying towards it. No fear. Misses the beatdown though. Is he going to get the kill? Yes, he is. Gets the kill onto the Camo. It's a big kill from Mage. You can see this progress on B started just a little bit, but it seems like that one has been shut down. And this AB hold once again just holding so strong. Katarina staying alive top gold here. The grenades coming in as well. Manxie gets another kill off screen, but no, B gets converted despite Katarina staying alive. B does get converted, but maybe might be in a good position to kind of revert it back in their favor. Mage here fighting towards B, getting some big damage, and stays alive as well. C getting converted across the screen. So it could be a CB setup coming in now for Durham.
Yeah, 2 points in favour of Durham, but they also went 2 dead. This might have been an opportunity for Leeds to cap back, but they haven't succeeded. Now it's going to be numbers advantage back in favour of Durham. Looking at the stat lines here, you have Spartan Spy 13 and 10, doing pretty significantly positive. Everybody else in the lobby is even or negative though. Really, it's not really any runaway players this game. A lot of teamwork coming in, and it seems like Leeds are doing a much better job of playing against Durham than they did the last time we saw them, which is great to see. They've really managed to find their footing as a team. That being said, Durham is still in the lead, and they are going to be converting this B point. Maybe Durham just came out slow this game, and they're going to be finding their footing again. But Leeds do manage to get the reset. They're going to go back to scoring. There's 2 dead for Durham means that there's not going to be a push coming in just yet. BML is going to be taking this 1v1.
If Leeds could win this game 1, this would be really big for the momentum. And it seems like such a war at the moment. It's basically a tie game still. It just seems like both teams are struggling to really kind of open up any kind of lead. It just shows how good all the kind of players are playing. I mean, you look at the slays on the side of Leeds. Spartan Spy with 14 kills. Do Not Defy Me as well with 11. All the players kind of keeping up in the kills against a Durham team, which has looked so strong this whole tournament. But it seems like A and B still in control of Leeds. That preferred setup. That's a big kill from Spartan Spy, but the kill comes down from Mage, take him down. So this could be the opening Durham needs. BML gets a kill as well onto OK. So the push now coming in from Durham. They're looking to convert A. B still been maintained here on the side of Leeds, but it seems like they've actually rotated to C as well. So there's really a heads-up play on the side of Leeds here. But B now is getting converted, so the fight's going to go down any second. And can Leeds maybe get the stop? It seems like they're letting it go for now, but Spartan Spy with a camo could really play spoiler here to this Durham setup. He's behind enemy lines. Is he going to catch any of these players out? He's caught out the player Turbine. The kill doesn't get finished though, but A getting converted, so it's all getting a little bit scrappy here in the mid-game. But A getting converted, the 1v1 top A, and Manxie gets a big kill onto the camo player to stop that capture, and that is going to be A getting reset, B reset, and now Durham have got the preferred setup and closing in on those 200 point marks.
Yeah, it was a smart play from Spartan Spy not to step into the A point and give away his position, but it didn't matter. Manxie knew where he was, and he's closed in very quickly, finishing off that kill. The camo is no longer going to be an issue in this game, and this game might be over by the time we see the next one. Here we can see Manxie gets taken down again. La Catarina, can she win this fight? No, she cannot. Two dead either side, but the spawners are going to be up first for Leeds, and they are going to convert this C point. One-shot player in B. Munt does regen their shields and is going to win the fight or get the trade at the very least, and it's going to be Leeds threatening to overtake Durham again. This game has been so back and forth.
Yeah, this is crazy end to this game. The trip cap looking to be maybe coming in, but B gets reset by A and C now. Maybe not the kind of preferred setup you want, but at the end of the day, as long as you're scoring points, you'll be happy. But 1v1 here, top A, do not define me. Backs that player down. The flank comes in, but he's aware of it. He gets the beat down, gets the kill, and stays alive as well. So A and B now in control of Leeds. And we'll have to see, have they maybe learned their lesson a little bit from earlier on in the game? Are they going to have to hold this up for a little bit longer than they have previously? But one kill goes down against them. Do not define me, though, answers back for a kill on Katarina. Manxie, though, making the push towards top A. It's going to be a big 1v1 here between these players. And oh, the trade goes down, so A is going to be maintained. Mage pushing B, and it looks like for now, Leeds, they've maintained this BML. Oh my lord, gets the shot with a shock rifle. But despite that big shot, you can see AB still in control of Leeds, and they've now got over that 200-point mark, 210 points, only 40 points needed for Leeds to take game 1 in this grand final. The rotation towards C may be coming in. B getting converted by Durham, and it is going to be them scoring maybe in a moment, but no, it gets stopped at the last second. Can someone finish that B stronghold off? It looks like they can. So Durham are going to be scoring, but it looks like Lee's still in a good position potentially to capture some of these strongholds back.
Yeah, it's got to be said, it looked like Durham were panicking for a second there. They should have some control now, though, but this player is trapped on B-box, will probably die. Or maybe not, they are still staying alive. That's a massive live from whoever that is. They've not managed to give... otherwise, they would have gone 2 dead, and Leeds would have been converting the B point straight away. Meanwhile, though, Leeds are still converting the B point. Durham haven't managed to get themselves as back into this game as we thought. Leeds is going to take the lead. They're closing in on that 250 point mark. It doesn't matter who was ahead before because Leeds is taking it. They're running away with this game, and unless Durham can find something soon, they're not going to have any opportunities to get back into it. Can this fight be won? No, it can't. The Mage Lord is also taken down, and these trades are not going to be good enough. This B player is probably going to get caught out. They are managing to live, but these nades should take them down. Spartan Spy is going to finish that off nice and easily. And it's looking pretty dire for Durham right now. Can they win this fight onto the A point? No, they can't. Threatening a triple cap now, and as we close in on 240 points, there's not going to be much chance for Durham to get back into this game. They managed to find the kill on SOSOK, but it might be too little too late. There's a player in B. It's not going to get converted. They're still scoring. Can BML win this fight? And even if he can, it's not going to be enough. 247 now. 249, and that is going to be it. The Leeds are going to take our map 1.
That was huge from Leeds. I mean, I think we saw maybe a little bit of desperation setting in for Durham. Those kind of last minute or two of the game, a lot of those solo pushes. But I mean, you've got to highlight Dreammaker doing such a good job towards the kind of latter stages of that game, just staying alive in that top tower position, being such a nuisance, winning a few clutch 1v1s, especially towards the end on B. And yeah, despite Durham, having that kind of winner's side advantage, it is going to be Leeds who do take game 1.
We're going to be seeing the Mage Lord running for that sniper, which is unusual. Normally it's BML going that way for it, but it looks like Joe must be feeling himself today. 2 players from both sides running this way, but the self-nade is going to take down the Mage Lord. That's 3 dead from Durham straight off the rip. Leeds are looking completely different this series. Manxie's the last one alive, and he's just going to be looking to stay alive, giving them that A spawn. He's going to have to be careful peeking this ledge angle whilst they've got a sniper on the other side. I expect Leeds also have the camo.
Yeah, this is a really good start here on the side of the Leeds. 4-1 lead already in this game, and OK has found themselves a sniper rifle, so you can see all the blue outlines, the Durham players trapped towards yard, and OK being very aggressive with a sniper, maybe now let them to back up just a little bit, and it's kind of high risk, high reward here with a sniper rifle if you choose to play aggressive, but it looks like they've now decided to back up, barely stay as alive, hits a nice shot as well and start playing towards the loop, and things have maybe just slowed down here for a second. We're going to have to see who can get a nice opening pick here to maybe really push things, but OK playing really kind of out there with a sniper rifle, nearly hitting a nice no-scope onto the player on the posters, but it seems like Leeds have actually found a kill, and no-scope goes down as well. Manxie gets taken down from Do Not Defy Me, and it's a 7-4 lead now on the side of Leeds. We're going to see, are they going to continue to put the pressure on 2 of these players here on Durham, trapped towards the silo, 2 more kills go down, and that lead is going to be continue to be maintained here on the side of Leeds. Do Not Defy Me being such a nuisance here towards this loop. 1v1 here with a player on the light rifle, gets the kill, gets that second player weak as well, and stays alive for a moment. That kill is surely going to get cleaned up. It is going to get cleaned up, so a 4-kill lead already here. Off to start for Leeds. The new camo is popping in about 20 seconds, so that could be kind of Durham's best hope of maybe trying to even up the score in this game. But like you said, once again, a really strong start here for Leeds.
Yeah, Durham certainly managed to pull back the, the absolute massacre that they had off the spawn trading 4 for none, I think it was. But then again, it seems like Leeds have managed to recreate that success again, going up another 2 kills at the 10 to 12 mark. That camo is going to be coming up. Leeds are a player down. This other player is trapped on window. Can they collapse on him? It doesn't look like they can. Now this camera is going to be, and who is in a position to play for it? There's a Leeds player right next to it, but there's also someone watching it from Cafe, so it doesn't look like anyone's going to be on it just this yet minute. A fight going on in loop goes the way of Durham. Does that mean that they'll be able to look at this camo?
Mage gets taken down. It is going to be a 1v1 here towards Light Rifle. Dreammaker, a big win there. And as you can see, another Durham player trapped towards the bottom mid. That was going to be BML getting taken down as well. So this lead is going to be maintained for Leeds. No pun intended, as camo's coming up in 20 seconds, and, well, not camo, sorry, sniper rifle coming up in 20 seconds, and it looks like Leeds are in a good position to potentially get a grab onto that sniper rifle, but we'll have to see maybe if Durham are going to try and make a kind of team push before that weapon does pop and maybe try to disrupt the setup, because the sniper side of the map on Solitude Slayer is the kind of more preferred side you want to be holding, and when you've got a lead as well like Leeds have, it's really going to make things kind of an ideal situation for them. But 1v1's going down here towards blue. Katarina did a good job staying alive, but the sniper rifle has been grabbed by one of the players on Leeds. Spartan Spy gets a double, Dreammaker gets a kill as well, and that's all 4 dead for Durham. 21 to 14 now, and things are getting really dangerous for Durham here. Like you say, Leeds look like almost a different team in this grand final, playing so well. It's okay yet again. Maybe the designated sniper rifle player here on this Leeds roster doing a good job staying alive here, repositioning with a sniper towards the truck. Can they line this shot up? Barely missing the no-scope, misses the second, hits the third, but it's not going to be enough. But despite that, it was 3 dead yet again on the side of Durham, and Leeds just look unstoppable at the moment.
They absolutely do. I mean, even with 7 kills and 5 deaths from the Mage Lord, it's just it's currently, what, an 8 kill lead. It's absolutely still winnable. We have many kills left before this game is over, but Durham needs to stop just walking bottom mid and getting absolutely massacred. 3 dead go again. This is going to be 4. That's a triple kill for SOSOK. He's been absolutely incredible these last 2 series. Absolutely frying out, especially considering he's such a new player. This is his first UHL season, and I think pretty much his first time playing Halo. A 10 kill lead now in favor of Leeds, and there just doesn't seem to be any response from Durham. Leeds are once again killing people, once again splitting those spawners. Another trade will come in, and that's another 3 dead. Manxie will manage to just about stay alive there, but what does it really gain them? Still a 10 kill lead, still getting shot in the back, and the pressure is still coming. Collapsed on again, 11 kill lead. It's just, Durham needs to find their way back into this series. They need to remember that if Leeds can do this to them, they can do it to Leeds. They need to stop taking these 1v1 fights and start making actual plays and try and flip the momentum of this series around.
Yeah, like you say, I mean, Durham, they need to try to find a way to maybe slow things down, make a kind of nice cohesive team push, get a 4 dead, and like you say, kind of do what Leeds are doing to them. But one thing Leeds are just doing so well is they're keeping that pressure on. They've got that cushion in the score. They know they can afford to play a little bit kind of aggressive and risky, and really kind of continue to put the pressure onto Durham. And you will say though, the last few kills have gone the way of Durham, so that gap has closed just a little bit. Only 34 to 28 now. And you can see BML locking down this top mid position, maybe a little bit overexposed though. Does get taken down. Manxie pushing towards blue truck now, and you can see Durham do have control of the sniper rifle tower, which is, like I say, the preferred kind of area you want of the map. But Katarina gets caught in transition there, and it's going to be a 1v1 hit towards Hotel. Manxie gets that kill. It's 37 to 30, so it's not out of reach yet, and the new camo is popping in 20 seconds. The new sniper's coming up as well, so both these power-ups and power weapons really can play a big part in the kind of last stages of this game. If Durham can get control of them, maybe there is some hope for them to bring this game back, as BML and Manxie team up to get a kill there. 2 dead now for Leeds, 3 dead. Last player alive is Do Not Define Me, as he's trying to scramble away, and you can see camo's about to come up, so Durham going to be in prime position to get a grab onto this camo if they can maybe go for the run, but the push is coming into yards. Maybe a little bit of an unorthodox play from Durham, but actually it's going to work out for a second. But Spartan Spy responds with double. It's 3 dead again for Leeds, and surely that is going to be the camo in the hands of one of these players on Durham, and sniper rifle as well in the hands of one of the players on Durham. So this is their chance. They need to really capitalize on these weapons. BML gets a headshot off screen. A 1v1 hit towards the Hotel. Do Not Define Me gets the kill, and still a 5 kill lead here for Leeds. But can Durham maybe use the sniper rifle in the hands of BML to try to close this gap?
Yeah, well, a 5 kill lead is a lot better than it was looking earlier when it was a 10 kill lead. That make that a 4 kill lead. Durham is absolutely looking to find their way back into this series. It is not over yet. He's still got 1 bullet. Does miss the snipe, but there's a 1-shot guy yard. Can anyone chase it up? There's going to be 2 of them yard. Will they know that? Looks like Leeds are looking to bait Durham into this yard position and then collapse on them, but they aren't succeeding. They do manage to get 3 dead though, and that makes it 45 to 39. Still possible to win this for Durham, but they're running out of mistakes now. They really have to start making this work, and they need to start doing it now. They can't trade. They can afford 5 more deaths. They can afford to go down once each basically, and that's one of their deaths that they've already used. That being said,
nice
it
team
is
push
2
there.
for Leeds.
It
Yeah,
was a good
it
push
is.
from Durham, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, 42-46, like you say, it's still doable. Durham, despite that they've been down basically the whole game, and they've done a good job kind of maintaining that gap to a reasonable margin. But you got to say, from a Leeds point of view, they're kind of continuing to isolate those 1v1s, winning the majority of them. You saw a nice 5-shot a moment ago from Do Not Defy Me, and only 3 more kills needed now on the side of Leeds. But the grenades come in, 48 to 44. Katarina is going to catch this player out towards the silo, and Camo coming up in 10 seconds, so Durham could just keep the game alive. Oh my god, Katarina
An
somehow
absolutely
stays
huge clip
alive.
there from
48 to
Katarina.
46. Camo's up in 3 seconds, and it's still doable for Durham. Do Not Defy Me here. He's going to lift up though behind enemy lines. He hits a big 5-shot onto that player. BML gets a kill. 49-47. Camo is still up out in the open, and who's going to kind of have the confidence to maybe go for that grab? Another flank coming in towards Snipe, but no.
But
Okay,
it's
gets
not
the kill
enough.
onto BML, and that is going to be Leeds going 2-0 up in this series in the grand final. Only one more win away from resetting the bracket here. Oh my lord. I think it's safe to say, like you say, obviously a lot of the players on Leeds a little bit more kind of new to the game, not as much experience. And I think that's going to be Durham's key to victory from my point of view, is that if they can make the game as kind of methodical and teamwork based as possible, really kind of, oh my lord, Mage, did he just stick himself? I hope he didn't. It seems like he avoided it. But the fight for the Rockets going down here off the start. Leeds do get 3 opening kills, sorry, as Katarina is last player alive here in the 1v1, and she gets taken down as well. So Leeds not slowing down in this series. They get a nice early start. All 4 dead. BML, though, spawning towards C. It's going to get a grab onto this Stalker Rifle, but it should be time now racking up for Leeds. You see that ball does get grabbed towards A, and this is, what we spoke about. Is the teamwork, maybe the experience, going to come in here from Durham to make a nice kind of cohesive team push towards this B side, or are Leeds going to continue to kind of make this game scrappy and win these 1v1 engagements? BML here behind enemy lines, putting down some big damage, doesn't quite take out the Rocket player. Spartan Spider eventually gets taken down from one of the teammates. Katarina here now pushing towards front A, and you can see already Katarina gets caught out as well by OK, and that is going to be the ball time continue to get maintained here on the side of Leeds, already at 30 points in this game, and Leeds just continuing to just be so strong in this grand final.
It's interesting to see that neither team played for the red gun off of spawn. I think it was Leeds that spawned in Tram, and they were basically seemed to decide that they didn't want it. They wanted to focus on getting those kills and winning those fights, and look how it's paid off. Even though Durham did get that red gun, 34 points in favor of Leeds, and Durham aren't really in any position to make any sort of comeback. They've already lost a player now, and Leeds can afford to just play this kind of scrappy until they get some control. They don't need to make any sort of push.
Yeah, ball does get reset. 1v1 here towards B. Mage is going to win that one out. Manxie gets a kill as well, so this could be a chance now for Durham to maybe think about trying to get a grab onto that ball. Do Not Defy Me, though, doing a really good job staying alive towards back A, and you can see the Rockets about to be up here in about 10 seconds, so maybe both of these teams are going to elect to try play for those Rockets first before going for that ball time. Mage gets another kill towards PD, but Do Not Defy Me gets another kill. Do Not Defy Me just being such a nuisance, but does get shut down, from Katarina. Rockets, you can see on the screen, have popped down bottom mid, so it seems like neither team in position to get a grab. But as I said, one of the players on Leeds, Spartan Spy, does get a grab onto the Rockets, and this could be big now for Leeds. If he can put these Rockets to use, this could really enable his team to maybe rack up some more of that ball time. The long range rocket comes in, that's 1 kill going down. Can it be a second? No, the second rocket whiffs just a little bit, and Durham are going to capitalize off of that. They are going to get 2 kills, make it 3 now, as 3 players down on the side of Leeds there for a moment, but still no ball time being grabbed. As I say, that ball is finally grabbed from BML, and there is now going to be some ball time starting to be racked up on the side of Durham. But you can see Katarina come under so much pressure here towards back A. Does get taken down. Spartan Spy gets a kill as well. So despite Durham getting all those kills, only 3 seconds of ball time to show for it, and they are 3 dead as well. So Leeds just making this game so difficult for Durham.
Yeah, it's got to be said. 9 kills and 4 deaths coming out of Do Not Defy Me at the start of this game. 7 kills and 3 coming out from Spartan Spy. These guys are really making plays for their team, and it's showing in the scoreline. Durham, they've had moments of control, but they just haven't been able to get anything from it. They've got 2 weak players on the on the B ramp, and even if Leeds aren't in a position to clean them up, which it doesn't look like they are, they've still got some. That means that that's time that they're not going to be able to contest the ball. 40 seconds now for Leeds. They're closing in on halfway through this first round.
Yeah, what do you think is going wrong for Durham? Do you think it could be a little bit of kind of a mental game, like the nerves, or maybe just like underestimating Leeds, or do you think it's just Leeds playing incredible?
I think the story's in the assists column. You know, 0, 2, 3, 0, 3. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have SOSOK with 7. They're just, Durham aren't finding the team shots. They aren't working together. It's not that they're losing every 1v1 fight, or that, you know, they win that one. These Durham players are just as individually talented, but they aren't actually finding those team fights. And now, you know, you can see that they just gained some assists there, and that's gotten them the ball. They won that fight. Spartan Spy pushing in here, but he's got this player isolated. They're just going to have to throw it out again. And I think that's the main reason why. 11 kills now from Spartan Spy, 12 from Do Not Defy Me, and the other players are just giving them so much support. For 51 seconds of ball time on the Dreammaker, and he's not exactly slouching in the KD department either. He's staying alive, he's getting assists, he's playing the ball, he's doing absolutely everything for his team, even though it doesn't reflect that much in the scoreline. Durham's finally managing to get some holding, but once again, the teamwork coming in from Leeds. You know, Magelord finds himself in a 3v1 there. BML's going to find himself in a similar situation. It's 2 dead for Durham, 3 up for Leeds. That player on C Balk is going to find himself some progress there, but not going to be around for long.
It could just be a changing of the guard in UHL potentially if things carry on the way they're going. Leeds just looking so impressive so far. Like you say, do not defy me. 14 and 6, and not even just that as well. The assists, 7 assists, and it seems like every time we go to a Leeds point of view, they seem to be doing so much damage on the map, just being such a nuisance. And you can see, I mean, all 4 players currently going negative on the side of Durham, and that is being reflected in the ball time. Only 20 points on the board, and this round 1 looking so strong for Leeds. Obviously, from a Durham point of view, thankfully, you know, oddball round-based game type, so if they were to lose this round, they could shake it off and, you know, come out fresh for the second round. But it just seems like ever since the kind of that very close game 1, kind of narrowly going the way of Leeds, they've kind of steamrolled that momentum into that game 2, and now it looks like carried on into game 3. And Durham just gonna have to try find a way to really kind of slow this down on the side of Leeds. But you know, if it carries on going the way it is, we are going to be going to a second best of 5. You can see these players just being such a nuisance with this ball. They are going to throw it out towards the middle. Rockets coming up here in a second, and Durham, they need these rockets. They need this ball if they want to have any chance to try and win this round.
Yeah, but the ball gets played out right into the middle of the map. It means they can't take the rockets and the ball without taking some damage. This is an opportunity for a setup here from Leeds. The Magelord with these rockets, he needs to make them count. He needs to shut down at least 1 push with them. Ideally more than 1 if he can conserve them well enough. But they also don't really have time to try and be clever. He wastes 1. He does manage to get a kill with the other one, and someone else one-shot, but there's no one going to clean it up because they're already 3 dead. And that's going to be the ball back in the hands of Leeds. Leeds have played this so well. They completely nullify the advantage of the rockets. They trade 1 for 3 when the enemy had rockets. You cannot be letting that happen if you are Durham.
Yeah, Leeds just seem like they're just rolling over Durham at the moment. Just like that push there, like you say, rockets in the hands of Mage on the side of Durham, but Leeds just make a nice team push towards B, just basically just kind of uncontested roll over that setup, and that is going to be round 1, go in the way of Leeds. Leeds only 1 more round away from resetting the bracket and forcing a second best of 5 here in this grand finals, and we have to see have Durham got the kind of mental fortitude to try maybe attempt this incredible reverse sweep, or maybe the head's going to start dropping just a little bit, and are they going to start thinking potentially about that kind of second best of 5 off the start here. Spartan Spy does get taken down, so the Rocket's still out in the open here. Do Not Defy Me gets to put down to 1 shot as well, and we're going to see if anyone can get a grab onto these Rockets. Do Not Defy Me gets a grab on the ball though. Katarina gets the kill, and there's going to be 3 dead now, 4 dead for a moment on the side of Leeds. Dreammaker was the first player to spawn towards the PD, but there should be a chance now for Durham to start racking up a little bit of that ball time, but Mage maybe gets a little bit over aggressive towards PD. The collapse is coming in, no, BML misses a few shots. Dreammaker gets a kill and they stay alive as well. Katarina, though, is going to clean up with that shotgun. The ball time continuing to rack up here on the side of Durham. Manxie gets taken down, and it just seems like Leeds are making it so difficult for Durham to even think about getting any kind of extensive ball time as they get 2 more kills. 3 dead now. BML, last player alive, but that was incredible from Leeds. I mean, Durham, they have that 4 dead off the start. They get that set up towards A, but they've only got 10 seconds to show for it. It just seems like Leeds just was so much slaying power in this game. I mean, Do Not Defy Me is double positive here in the grand final, 20 and 10. Spartan Spy as well as 16. Just seems like there's almost like a slaying differential between these teams, and it just seems like Durham just really struggling to keep up.
It does. I mean, I think it's just the case of everyone on Leeds seems to know exactly what they need to be doing all the time. You know, SOSOK with the 13 assists and 13 kills now as well. The Dreammaker with 75 seconds of ball time. It seems like everyone knows exactly what they need to be doing. They know when they need to be helping. They know when they need to be taking the fight, and that's exactly why they've been doing so well in this series. That being said, Durham are only 1 second behind in ball time this game. They are going to find that kill, but they're going to go 2 dead themselves. But on the other hand, it's 2 dead for Leeds too. Can they win this fight? No, they can't. And it's just even those small mistakes add up. The Major Lord should have known that there was more players on the map. He shouldn't have just run out there like that, but he does. And I think it's that's an uncharacteristic mistake from any of the Durham players. They know better than that. But I think they're panicking a little bit. They're not used to people giving them this much of a challenge. I remember during the Southampton game, they were in the Twitch chat saying that they hoped Leeds won because they thought they'd be easier to play against. Well, who's laughing now? You know, it seems like Leeds are in a position to dominate this game. Do Not Defy Me doesn't even need to use the rocket on that player, and he knows it.
Yeah, Do Not Defy Me, a really good trigger discipline. The killing spree as well, oh my lord. And to be fair, from a Leeds point of view, not too much ball time yet in this round. Still basically a tie game here, but the momentum really still is going to be heavily in the favour of Leeds. I mean, the slaying differential is just so one-sided here on the side of Leeds, as they've now gotten that ball away towards that purple street, trying to rotate it towards A as well. And you can see Durham making this push now towards B. They do get a nice opening pick onto Do Not Defy Me to finally shut that killing spree down. Mage gets a kill as well, so it's a 4v2 on the map at the moment, and this should be a nice clean break here from Durham. That's exactly what they needed to try to get back into this round. And
4 dead, no trades. That's exactly what Durham needed.
Yeah,
that's what I've been hoping to see from them this whole time. That's the Durham we expect to see in the grand finals. That's the Durham we saw in the previous series that we've seen them play. And now they're going to be ticking up over 20 points. They should be around equal by the time that Leeds really has a chance to try and break this up. 4 up on in both, but then 2 go down straight away.
Yeah, the setup's just not holding as strong as much as you'd like to see from a Durham point of view. Like we say, definitely the more experienced team. So you expect them, you know, when it comes to holding setups, breaking setups, kind of fundamentals of kind of competitive Halo, you'd think they'd be able to really kind of execute a lot stronger. But it just seems like Leeds just doing such a good job really being aggressive and really disrupting those setups as soon as Durham are able to get them. But Rockets come up here in 3 seconds, and this could be a chance for both these teams to really think about opening up a lead if they can get control of them. The 1v1 going down here, Do Not Defy Me, though the bait and switch comes in from Durham. And there is going to be 2 dead now on the side of Leeds. Rocket still down bottom mid. Spartan Spy attempts to flank, but he gets sniffed out as well. And there is going to be Rockets in the hands of one of these players on Leeds. There is going to be Katarina, but she trades out with the player ties. Rocket's down bottom mid. Mage gets the grab. Can he stay alive? The Rocket comes out. Another trade goes down, and the ball time not getting racked up. BML last player alive in the 1v2 here. Is he going to elect to try grab the ball maybe? Or is he going to get taken down? He gets taken down, and despite Durham getting the Rockets, it doesn't result in any ball time.
Yeah, they do manage to keep control of the ball despite going 2 dead though. Maybe some of that inexperience showing from Leeds side where they don't block the PD spawns and Durham gets to spawn exactly where they wanted to be, getting back into that fight straight away. That being said, it's another situation where Durham get the rockets and somehow they lose the fight from it. They don't manage to win. They don't manage to get more ball time. In fact, they lose the ball, and now Leeds is going to take the lead again. And
yeah, I like this setup from Leeds. Seems like basically most of the game's taking place towards this back A area, and it can be a good setup to have. It's quite a simple one to hold, and I think for a team that's a bit more inexperienced like Leeds when it comes to kind of playing this game for kind of a long time, that could be a good one for them to kind of opt towards holding. But it's going to be Durham that do get the break yet again, and it is now going to be Durham taking the lead. So this second round has been a lot more closely contested than the first, and obviously from a Durham point of view, they need to win this round if they won't have any hopes of keeping this series alive. But Leeds I'm sure they'd love to get it done now. If they could win this round, they'd force that second best of 5 and they can get that one going as soon as possible. But the ball is actually going to get rotated towards this bottom purple street here. So if a few kills go towards the favour of Leeds, this could be a chance for them to maybe get that ball set up towards C. But Spartan Spy gets caught out, maybe trying to get that grab a little bit early. Oh, 3 dead. This could be Rockets maybe in ball in the hands of Durham if they can collapse onto this last player. Mage Lord making the push towards back C. That player is going to get taken down. And Rockets now about to be up as well, so things looking really good for Durham.
They managed to give up Rockets despite that. They put everyone on collapsing on that last player and just completely forget about Rockets, and they're gonna hold the ball. One of the Rockets gets wasted. It looks like that one will be wasted too, but it's somehow they still managed to go 2 dead. 3
Oh
dead
no.
now, and it's going to be the ball back in favour of Leeds. Luckily, Durham has something of a cushion to work with. They have enough time that they should be able to wait for 4 up before they can before pushing. But the problem is now the clock is starting to become a factor.
Yeah, Spartan Spy here, he had the shotgun in hand, and that's going to make things so difficult for Durham to even think about trying to break this setup, as it is now out of ammo though, so this could be a chance now for Durham. They need to try to break this setup as soon as they can. The ball is going to get played down towards bottom C. Maybe a bit of a misplay as Katarina gets a kill. Spartan Spy doing their best job to try to stay alive here towards top C. Doing such a good job playing the life. The help coming in here now from Dreammaker. A 2v2 going down towards C, but you can see all these Durham players just collapsing towards C, making it so difficult for Leeds to even think about trying to get any of this ball time. It's basically a whole kind of team fight going down towards C, but the stick comes in, and it's going to be 3 dead now for Durham. Mage Lord, last player alive, and it's going to be Leeds now with a chance to rack up this ball time, maybe take a lead here late into the round.
Yeah, it's gonna need to be a. I mean, Durham does still have. You know, Durham's not massively behind. If they can win this push, it's not the end of the world. But the clock is now starting to become a factor. What Durham's probably going to try and do is get a lead and then just leave it, leave the ball down, play for time. Especially when you consider the fact that there is now only 16 seconds left on the clock. They only need to get a little bit more time. They have dropped the ball. That's the call. They're going to drop and slay. But can they slay? That's the question. They've been behind in slays the whole game. The only player on their team who's positive is La Catarina. And they lose BML. They need 3 more seconds. Can someone touch that ball? Someone has touched the ball. I don't know who it was. But they're out of time. Durham will take round 2.
Yeah, great job from Durham to they're keeping this series alive now. 1-1 in this oddball game, and this could be a big win if Durham could find a way to win this game and force that game 4. You know, this could be the first time really in this grand final we've seen the confidence knocked from Leeds just a little bit, and I'm sure they'll be kind of kicking themselves they weren't able to close this game out in 2 rounds. But it's a fresh round of oddball here, as you can see. 3 dead off to start here for Leeds, and maybe now Durham just starting to wake up in this grand final, as it is going to be BML with a ball in hand. And maybe Rockets in the hands of one of these players on the side of Durham. The collapse coming in from Durham, and it seems like maybe they're playing with a little bit more confidence now. Not maybe playing as far back as they were previously, and they're putting the pressure on nice and early onto these players on the lead side towards B. Katarina staying alive towards the ties area. 1v1 here with a player, and the bait and switch comes in from Durham. And look at this. Really good teamwork from Durham. That's me 3 dead. Yeah, again, okay, last player alive, and Durham looking so much stronger at the start of this 3rd round.
Yeah, Durham's definitely seems to have found their footing a little bit. They're pretty much doing what Leeds did to them in the 1st round. They're going to be at least 30 points up by the time Leeds has any opportunity to try and break this setup. But if the previous one's anything to go by, they might not have much difficulty. I mean, that's what you kind of want to see, that one-shot player there challenging to try and protect their teammate. They don't manage to win the fight, and they do go 3 dead, but still, it shows that Durham are now working together a bit more. We can see that the assist column has picked up massively from their team because they're starting to shoot together, and that's exactly what we needed to see from Durham. It does beg the question, were Leeds getting a little bit overconfident there?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, you can like we say, we expect Durham being the more experienced team, that when it comes to kind of really prioritizing that teamwork and those team pushes, they should have the advantage. And I think if they can just prioritize really kind of maximizing that teamwork advantage, that kind of the chemistry they have from previous seasons, you really think that's going to be their key to victory. But things getting a little bit scrappy towards back A now as Mage gets the kill onto OK. The 1v1 goes down, but he gets caught in the reload. The radar comes out as well. Mage, though, doing a good job staying alive. The ball down towards bottom mid. Rockets coming up here in 5 seconds as well. And this is terrible timing for Leeds as they go down 3 dead just as the Rockets are coming up. But Katarina gets taken down from that PD player. Oh my, a few missed shots from Manxie. And OK somehow gets 2 kills, stays alive for a second. But the Rocket comes in with a cleanup. But things getting a bit scrappy now towards this purple street. It is Durham with a narrow lead here in this 3rd round of oddball. And Spartan Spy gets caught out. The Rocket comes in from BML as it's going to be 2 dead now on the side of Leeds, but Do Not Defy Me responds with another 5 shot. I think that's got to be his like 15th perfect of the series so far, just shooting so well. 38 kills on the board from Do Not Defy Me, but Mage Lord takes him out, and it is going to be ball time continuing to rack up here for Durham. You can see a push coming in now on the purple street from Leeds, but Durham watching the crosses, and they are going to maintain that control.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen 2 people standing heaven, but it was very effective. Walked straight into that firing squad from Durham, and that's, like we say, that's exactly the type of thing we expect to see from Durham. The team shots, we expect to see them to be this insanely strong teamwork, this unit essentially playing together, and that's what we're starting to see now. And the scoreline is reflecting it. Something like my stream's a little fuzzy, but something like 50 points to 15. Durham now are in a position where they really don't have to worry about too much. They can afford to, the ball sitting here is not a problem for them. As long as it's not in the hands of Leeds, that's fine. Whereas Leeds, every second that they're not holding the ball is a second closer to defeat.
Yeah, BML here with the Stalker Rifle really could open things up here for Durham, making this push towards A. Doesn't even need it. Electing to choose to Bandit, but gets taken out by that player back A. There's only Dreammaker getting a kill. It's a 2v2 on the map at the moment, as it is going to be Do Not Define Me, getting a grab onto that ball, throwing it out towards the middle of the map. Spartan Spy locking down this back A area. But you can see Durham making the push towards PD, catching that Spartan Spy out. Okay, making the push towards B Rail here. Lex to back down for a second, but the Rocket's about to be up. The ball down the middle of the map again, and this could be, like I've said before, a chance maybe for Leeds to think about closing this gap if they can get hands on these Rockets. Okay, being so sneaky towards the tire gen, but he gets sniffed out. The ball still down towards tires. Things getting very scrappy towards the middle of the map here as Do Not Define Me gets taken down from Manxie. Dreammaker gets back down all the way to one shot, and the collapse come in here. C as well from this player. Let's see Manxie getting a kill, and Durham just doing such a good job getting that map control, getting a grab onto those Rockets. I'm not quite sure who the player was. I think it was BML got the grab onto the Rockets, but he gets taken down. And Manxie, though, looking over this ball player, and the ball time continuing to rack up here from Durham. Needs 70 points on the board.
Yeah, I really like how patient Durham were with that Rocket play as well, and how much they recognized that they didn't just need to run straight at Rockets. They knew that that guy on C-Balk was an issue, so they had someone flanking round to deal with him. They weren't just tunnel visioning on Rockets and Ball, despite the fact that they were both in the same spot, and that's why they ended up with both, and that's why they managed to tick up a few more points on the board. Whereas Leeds, it's got to be said, have not managed to find any time recently, really. Despite the 42 kills from Do Not Defy Me, they're just having some serious trouble, and if this is the Durham we're going to see going forward, then we might be in for a reverse sweep. That being said, there is still 1 minute 30 seconds left on the board. That's plenty of time, especially when you consider the fact that the ball stops the clock. No one's really going to be playing time here just yet, probably. But Durham's going to be cognizant of the fact that they can afford to be a bit more scrappy with it now. That being said, 4 do go down for Durham. This is a perfect opportunity for Leeds to try and get back into this round.
Not over yet for Leeds, like you said. There's still a lot of time to play for in this round, and it looks like Durham now making the push towards PD as they've done before, and they catch Do Not Defy Me out. A nice 5-shot there on the side of BML, and the flank comes in towards PD as it's going to be a double kill, and that's all 4 dead for Leeds. That setup gets broken so quickly. And Rockets up in 10 seconds, and if Durham can get hands on these Rockets, this could be potentially a game-ending sequence here for Durham. As Mage Lord in a nice position towards PD, but is he going to get caught out? Not quite able to finish that kill as Rockets. Who's going to get the grab? BML is going to go for it. Is he going to get away? The shot's coming in. Gets to fire for the Rocket, doesn't get a kill, but he's staying alive here for a moment. The second Rocket comes out, gets that kill onto the player towards Purple Street. Only 45 seconds left on the game clock, but okay, just trying to do all he can to scrap up a little bit that time. 1v1 here towards back A, but BML gets the better of that one, and he is going to stay alive now, and that ball time is going to continue to go up now for Durham. Only 20 points needed for them to close out this game and bring this series to 2-1 as Spartan Spy caught in a 1v2 here towards Tyres. Durham just making it so difficult for Leeds to get anywhere near this ball at the moment. There's only 8 more points needed for Durham to close out this game. BML in the 1v1 keeps that player at bay. 1 more point needed, and that is going to be game 3 going to Durham, as they've now made this series 2-1. Leeds still in the lead, but Durham potentially having the start of a comeback here.
Now we're going to be on Slayer Aquarius. We saw Durham come out pretty slow on the previous Slayer, but then they managed to pick up the pace. So, which Durham do you think we're going to see? Do you think we're going to see round 1 of oddball Durham, or do you think we're going to see round 3 of oddball Durham?
I think we're going to see pretty even until 30 kills, and then we're going to go from there. It keeps happening, man. Your rule's valid, man. It keeps happening over and over. So
that does just seem to be the way of things when it comes to these Slayer games. I'm not sure who that was, but someone went for that thrust off spawn. That's BML. It looks like Durham's breaking the rule we've had on these Team Slayer Aquariuses in the past and not playing all towards or towards car side, at least not quite so heavily. Spartan Spy is trapped on his own, but he might pick up both of these players. He does, both weak, and that's going to be a 2-0 lead to start the game, and map control really in favour of Leeds. That makes it a 3-0 lead. It's a really good start from Leeds. Eric just spinning around like a top, probably trying to go for a ninja, make that 4-1.
We're going to see Durham spawning up in yellow base though, which could change the momentum because they've not got like a horizontal spawn. They're just at the back of the map type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. They're not in a position that can be easily collapsed on, I don't think. Which means that we won't be seeing this rolling quite so much as you do sometimes in Aquarius Slayer. We have one of the Durham players pushing towards PT, but they're all by themselves. They don't really seem to have much support. Spartan Spy is backing down from them though, which means some map control might be going in favour of Durham. Mage Lord is still staying alive despite all the Leeds players around, but they lose the fight that bottom mid, and that means that Leeds are going to continue this lead 8-5. Not as bad as it was off the rip, but it's still it's still quite a strong. Yeah, it's still not what you want to see if you're a Durham fan. Spartan Spy 3-0, managing to stay alive so well and not giving up any kills, and managing to gain some kills of his own. This Durham player in why do they all have to have the same skin? I can't distinguish them at a glance.
Yeah, it's quite difficult.
Two Durham players now trying to push towards P2. One of them gets taken down though, and they really can't be letting that happen. Eric, you know, in a 2v1 finds a kill and escapes. That's pretty bad. There's still a P2 player though. Should be catching Do Not Defy Me off guard. But it doesn't seem like they've managed it. They still don't manage to pick up a kill. It's now 7-12, 8-12. That's a little bit better, but it's a 4-kill lead. A whole team fight away from winning, really, from regaining their position on the leaderboard.
Interesting push into car 3 there. It's looking like Durham's got the QT going over towards the car side of the map. They're going to be pushing into yellow util really hard here.
Yeah, this top mid player from Durham should be able to provide some Overwatch fire, but they have dropped down, which I think is a somewhat questionable decision, and it does lead to the Mage Lord's death. That being said, they are maintaining this. They've managed to close this 4-kill lead down to a 2-kill lead. The Dreammaker is running away, pretty weak, but it does seem to have managed to just about escape. Durham's now pushing up the map, they're taking control of high ground and low ground.
We've seen them push quite heavy through car side again. It's interesting to see just which side these teams are both preferring.
And I really like that play from BML. Manages to, I don't know if it was called out or just predicted, but they knew there was going to be a player there. They don't drop down, they don't take any damage, they just clean up the kill nice and clean. Manxie managing to win a big fight against the Dreammaker there, but BML taken down by Do Not Defy Me. It's 14-17. This lead is staying pretty steadfastly in favour of Leeds, but not by a very significant margin. Not by nearly as big of a margin as we saw in the previous Slayer between these two. I don't think we're not quite seeing the same dominance from Durham as we saw in that round 3 of Oddball, but we're also not seeing the dominance that we've seen from Leeds into previous maps either.
Yeah. Basically a full reset here for Leeds, getting back blue base as their spawn. They're choosing to push the P side of the map, going P2, getting a kill off of it.
Big 2 push there on P side. Worth also noting, 9-2 from Manxie, a really good start from him. They're not really, they're up, and now they're tied up at this 19 kill mark. It's been, I'm not really sure what happened there. Last time I checked, it was all Leeds, and now it's been closed before I even knew it. And then Durham's taking the lead, 1 kill in favour of them. We do seem to be seeing, it's tied up, as you said. I think it probably will be until around the 30 kill mark.
Yeah, again, we are seeing like the lack of picking up the heat wave. It was definitely up there, and just
well, I suppose I suppose SOSOK is quite a new player. Maybe he doesn't really realise the power of the heat wave. Plus, the heat wave is quite a somewhat unreliable weapon, I suppose. Oh,
we watch your buddy go flying into the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Slightly on a macro level. Oh,
Triple A game, by the way.
It happens sometimes. Still 1 kill lead for Durham now. These score lines, there seems to be a lot of trades going on basically. I think it's interesting now that since neither team is playing for the Translocator or the Heatwave, we essentially have a map here that is pretty much pure team deathmatch with no real, nobody really playing for any power items. Obviously, I think we've seen the translocator picked up, but it hasn't been put to that much use, and nobody's really making an effort to play for it. 3 go down for Durham now, and it seems like this kind of, you know, plain and simple playstyle is really favouring Leeds. 3-kill lead for them.
We see Leeds immediately call out the spawn that Durham's going to get, you know.
Yeah, they know exactly where they're going to be, and you have a situation now where all of Durham are trapped inside this util side. It's a pretty scary position to be in, but they do manage to get 2 dead. The team shots are really strong, and they managed to avoid getting surrounded and collapsed in on. I'm not sure if that was a misplay from Leeds or a good play from Durham, but either way, they managed to stay out of the blender just for now. 28 to 29, 29 to 29. We're going to be seeing this probably all tied up at 30 kills, just as you predicted. Exactly tied up 31 to 31.
It's just this map. It's such a momentum-based map, and if both teams keep breaking the momentum over and over again,
yeah,
it's always incredibly mentally draining to keep track of people.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Aqua Slayer can be a very snowbally map, but the thing is, these teams are so evenly matched, they're not letting that happen. The only time we've really seen a snowball on this map today was the Soton versus Leeds one, where Leeds managed to take the lead right at the end. We might see a repeat of that on this map, but who will it be? It's a 1-kill lead for Durham so far, but that's, you know, at this stage of the game, that's nothing. It's not really worth mentioning. Durham does seem to have control of this top mid, but they just jump down from it, and I feel like that's a bit of a mistake. Like I think they should probably be spending more time considering it. They have managed to gain a 2-kill lead here, and it is 3 dead, but they don't really, you know, I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. Where are they going to be spawning the enemy? Where are they going to be controlling on the map? Right now, they don't really have control of the top mid part of the map. They have to back down, and it's just going to be another scrappy fight, and they're going to be hoping it goes in their favor. They do have this 3-kill lead, but it's going to be brought down to a 1-kill lead. Make that 2 now. Sorry, sometimes the stream goes a little bit blurry. But it is still going to be a lead for Durham. 2-kill lead, 1-kill lead again, and we're closing in on this 40-kill mark, and this is the point of the game where having a 1-kill lead starts to become a significant advantage, because it starts to get to the point where every single death is going to matter.
We have seen the dynamo grenades come out a couple of times, but honestly, still not very much utilization of power weapons on this map. Oh, yeah! As soon as I say it, we see the heat wave finally come out.
But it's about damn time. We really have not seen much use of any, as you say, of any of the power items. A really nice play here from SOSOK to hide in the back. Doesn't manage to find either of the kills, unfortunately, and still doesn't manage to clean up that one player. That's such a shame. It was a smart play, but they didn't manage to get it. And now we're starting to see a snowball. 45 to 41 in favor of Durham. But that being said, we also see 3 go down for Durham, and now it's Leeds' turn to try and get some map control. This player going bottom mid is just about going to manage to stay alive, in fact. I thought they were going to get taken down, and now it's 47 to 41. SOSOK is going to stay alive just about, but the flank coming in from Durham, they're going to take out 2. 48 to 43 now. Durham are just going to play this super aggressively. They just want to 4-stack together, make sure they get at least 1 or 2 trades. Leeds really can't afford to trade anything at all, and they're not going to have to if Mage Lord's going to be down like that, but they are going to anyway. SOS challenges that way too hard and unfortunately they'll lose the game. 50 to 44. We are going to a game 5, and it is going to be on an Argyle flag. We see Do Not Define Me already at it with the movement and the grapple. The grapple was such an underrated piece of utility on this map. They can be so strong. The flanking routes that they let you use into the enemy's bases are, you know, unbelievably powerful, but it just doesn't seem like most people really play for them. I think a big reason for that is that if the enemy has a sniper and you take the grapple lift, then the enemy has shot you in the head, because there's no way they're missing that. But we're already seeing a flag on the run. Yeah, and that's 2 dead for
he's missed it.
Oh, but he's choked the pull. He's got a mid now, half shield, and it's got to be said, like it was very risky, and then it wasn't played very well, and it was. He had a grapple. He could have just thrown it out in front of his base, and then Garpered maybe tried to grapple it back to him. Instead, he just tries to run bottom mid whilst weak, and it was never going to go well. I think the flag has been returned, and while it was a ballsy move, I don't think it was a very well planned. planned maneuver, unfortunately. That being said, I'm glad to see that Leeds are still playing with that level of aggression, and they're still playing with that confidence. What I was really worried we might see is a Leeds that have lost their
mojo.
that, yeah, exactly. They're on the verge of a reverse sweep, and that's a time when your team can very easily start falling apart. And while it was obviously a bit of a maybe not the best planned move in the game, there's 10 minutes left on the clock. They haven't given up a counter cap or anything, and it shows that Leeds are still looking at this as, they're playing to win. They're not playing to not lose, and that's exactly what I want to see from them.
Yeah, and I think that's really important for the players, because if you're playing to not lose, you almost get into your own head. You don't even have other players sort of, winning fights against you or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a self issue.
You can't really. And we did see another fall there, another 3 dead. It looks like Do Not Define Me is going to pull this flag again. Oh no, sorry, that's the return. My bad. Yeah, I just got completely mixed up there. But yeah, as you're saying about playing to not lose, it's very easy especially when your back's up against the wall, to play sort of cautious, to think, we can't afford to be making any mistakes here, which is true. But you also, if you never take any risks, you're never going to get anywhere. At the end of the day, you need to find kills, you need to find damage, you need to be making pushes, which is exactly what we can see Leeds doing here. They're pushing into the enemy base. They don't manage to get there in time to block the spawners inside the. They don't manage to get there in time to block the spawners inside the base, though, which means that their push is pretty much dead in the water. But they still have some position on the map, which is good to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can see 2 go dead here for Durham. La Catarina, uncharacteristically few kills on Argyle. Normally it's one of her favourite maps. Meanwhile, Spy sitting there on 2, 2, and 5. The couple, neither of them are having the best game yet at the moment. SOS okay though. This map seems to be his playground. 7 kills, 3 assists, 3 deaths. Meanwhile, Manxie and Bobby both sitting on 7 kills each. It seems like Durham seems to have the Slay advantage, but almost every pull we've seen so far has been on the side of Leeds. They just seem to be making more progress up the map at the moment. We see another usage of the translocator come out, but I'm not sure where it went.
It's interesting to see that the player that didn't stand further back and then just sort of bait the TP.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where it was actually. I'm not sure if the player was either.
It's just at the end of the vent.
Oh.
Just chilling.
Now we can see 2 dead on either side. The Leeds players do seem to be taking positions further up the map. And, BML there just finding himself isolated, unfortunately.
Does seem like this Leeds player on engine has been spotted though.
Does, but they don't seem to be in a position to do anything about it. And the thing is, this is exactly the bad situation to be in on Argyle. They're now all trapped on one side of the map, but they're throwing it out bottom mid, and I really don't know why. They had a perfect opportunity to try and run it courtyard side, but instead they just throw it out bottom mid, and this is going to be another dead flag run. Like, unless they have a grapple, which they don't, yeah, the flag's just going to go back. It doesn't feel like it just doesn't feel like Leeds have much of a game plan here. They seem to have their own
potentially a pressure play, or whether it was just a misplay. Maybe not predicting spawns quite well,
which was very effective, but once that didn't work out, now they seem to be floundering a little bit. That being said, Durham isn't doing much better. At least Leeds are being able to make more progress up on the map. Currently, Durham are just
in their base now.
Yeah,
it's been a full reset of map positioning.
Exactly, but Durham have managed to finally pull a flag, and they're pulling it towards a side that actually has a little bit of cover. That being said, though, they've just not managed to win the fight that they needed to win. BML goes down as well, and that's the reset flag. We're halfway through the time now, and neither team has really showed they are capable of making much progress on them. Both teams seem to be playing kind of desperate. Both of them seem to be hoping that they can pull a flag and then, maybe make some sort of miracle happen. They need to play this more methodically. They need to play it more like they were playing the oddball, more like they were playing the King of the Hill. Find those kills, then pull the flag. then you're probably going to have to slay out another time. And the thing is, that's okay. Like, that's the way the game is played.
Yeah.
You do have to play out whilst running a flag. The team seems to be trying to go for a miracle pull where they get it across the map before the other team knows what's happened, and that just isn't... That's not reliable, and I think, like I say, I think they need to...
Need a bit more
chill out a little
structure.
bit. Exactly. They need to stop panicking, just play the game like they play it. But the thing is, both of them know that if they cap a flag, that might be the series. Especially for Durham. Now Durham go 4 dead.
Yeah,
but Leeds aren't really in a position to capitalize.
Yeah, there's not really much going off, you know?
Not only do they not capitalize,
they don't really
SOSOK actually retreats backwards.
Yeah, they aren't pushing up to that, you know, crucial midway point where, you know, you can die and respawn. They just sort of... Interesting shots here as well.
Yeah.
You can almost sort of rely on your respawn just before you get your flag pulled. So
yeah, I think there's some nerves coming in here from both teams. You know, SOSOK, I know he can hit those shots, but
yeah,
obviously he seemed to kind of panic there at the end. Both teams having some very strong defensive plays. Not managing to, you know, as I was saying, both teams seem to be trying to get this, trying to play this magic bullet where they get a flag cap, you know, kind of through just timing everything perfectly. But neither team is letting the other one do that. Neither team is letting these caps get away from them, and that's good to see. 4 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time to pull and capture a flag for both teams. But as this time goes down, I'm worried that we'll get more and more desperate because they know that the chances of a counter cap will get slimmer and slimmer. 2 go down for Leeds now. This is an opportunity for Durham to gain some space on the map. But unfortunately, BLM is one shot. Can he finish off that kill? Yes, he can. That is going to be massive. But there's a player behind them because they didn't block the spawns.
Yeah, it's interesting to see both teams here are sort of panicking in the spawn flipping department. So they're having a person push snipe side, and they're also pushing the courtyard side, which is... It's sort of been counterintuitive when it comes to actually pulling the flag, because it's meaning all players are spawning back base, and unless you've got a repulsor or something, they can be quite hard to deal with in numbers.
Yeah, Argyle is so much harder to play than every other actual flag map for a couple of reasons. One is that there just isn't a clearly better side to pull the flag on.
Yeah.
Courtyard side has more cover in some parts, and it has less cover in other parts. And, you know, you get the high ground if you pull it on computers, but you get less cover. It's sort of a situation where whichever way you do it, you're going to be giving up something. And so teams, you know, there's not a situation like there is with a long haul run where you get 4 dead, you run it long haul, and you're probably going to be, you know, pretty much fine. It's a much more,
yeah,
it's just a much more difficult map to play in general.
I think no matter what, though, we can all agree a directional push or pull a flag is so much better than just running it down mid.
Exactly, yeah. And I think, so far, if both teams keep just doing what they're doing, I think Durham is a lot more likely to find a cap. Oh, nice kill there from the Mage Lord. Managing to find the body shot and clean up. That is, just as I'm saying that I think Durham are playing it better, they go 3 dead, but unfortunately they don't manage to escape with it because they get the Durham players spawn in the back base.
It's nice to see Leeds not playing super desperate for this flag, but also that's meaning that they're just sort of getting collapsed upon in courtyard side here, which is, you know, not exactly what you want while you've only got 2 minutes left.
Well, they've got as much time left as they need, basically, because as long as it's 0-0, it doesn't really matter how much time's left on the clock. At least, well, I suppose it does to a certain extent, because the point is now, if either team gets a cap, they can very much just play defense, and they don't need to worry about anything.
You can definitely see some nerves coming in now.
You can. That was a.
Those are some missed shots. These players are capable of much better than that.
These are missed shots that we don't really expect from them. That being said, a very nice 5 shot from Do Not Defy Me. Let's see if they find themselves some more control. SOSOK gets taken down though, and that's going to be the sniper out of the hands of Leeds. Do Not Defy Me though, you know, characteristically strong slaying there, 22 and 16. That's what we come to expect.
Stick, though.
BML is the same, 22 and 13. It's 2 dead on both sides. The question is who can find the map control. It seems like La Catarina's backing down a little bit, but seems to be trying to stay in the enemy courtyard, which is good to see. He might be backing down a little bit to try and unblock those spawns, because there seems to be a push coming in on the other computer side. But unfortunately, the player on that part of the map falls down, and that's going to be 3 dead for Durham now. Last one's over on computer side, which means the Leeds players have a pretty strong push here if they manage, but they spawn in their base because they're not fast enough. So now they're going to need to slay out again, and are they going to be able to do so? There's going to be 2 down for Durham if they can find this kill. They do 5 kills. Yeah, 2 kills now. 3 dead. But the thing is, there's a player back flag and a player bottom base, and those are players that you just have to clean out before you can start trying to make a flag run.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to see this go to overtime. There's not enough time for Durham to capture Leeds' flag, and they've protected their flag well enough.
It's just on its... Someone says stream is on its last legs. I'm not sure if that means emotionally or or technologically.
Both.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine for me. I have the stream open and it looks perfectly fine, so I'm not sure what Casey's talking about. But we got 5 minutes on the clock until we go to a full reset. First to 1 flag here, which, to be fair, it seemed like that was how they were playing it previously anyway. We just need to see one of these teams take it slow, acknowledge the fact that they don't have to rush. You have 5 minutes on the clock. You only need 1 flag. Don't panic. This isn't an aqua flag game where you can punch in a flag really quickly. Pretty much whatever happens, you're going to have to be methodical about it. Manxie, a beautiful grenade there to make that player one-shot, but is anybody in a position to clean it up? They aren't, and that's a shame. That's the first flag pull of the game, but it's going to be a dead one. And now we're going to have to see if Durham can come back. Is that a stick we just saw? No, it was not. If that was a bounce stick, that would have been quite impressive. Do not defy me. The Mage Lord shouldn't be losing that fight. Do not defy me. We're talking about people getting nervous and losing fights, but that doesn't seem to be the case for Do Not Defy Me at all. He finally goes down. That's 3 dead for Leeds, but nobody's going to be in position to pull a flag before the spawners are up. The question is, can Durham trap the Leeds players on that part of the map? The answer is no, because they're already spawning and they're already spawning back base, unfortunately. I think I can imagine if BML could see what I could see, he'd be a bit annoyed that that player spawned there. It was a nice shot from La Catarina, but not going to be enough when Durham have already gone 3 dead. That being said, it does seem like Durham are staying on the front foot. They're not giving, they're not letting their foot off. This is a player weakened courtyard, but there's not going to be anyone to clean it up. Durham go 3 dead again, but Leeds aren't going to be in a position to make any sort of pull just yet. The snipes are going to be coming up soon.
And as we keep saying, the Durham players here have spawned, bot base, top base, and have now gone courtyard side. No one's really in a position to compromise their push straight down the long ball here.
This is going to start becoming a test of stamina, I think. I think it's more going to become a game of which team can hold it together better. Which
Absolutely.
Team can, because they've been playing this map now for 14 minutes. We're going to be closing. I think it's 14 minutes.
Yeah, we're closing 20.
Yeah, we're closing in on 20 minutes on this map. It's going to start. Mistakes are going to start happening. And the question really is, what are these? Which of these teams is going to have the longevity? Who's going to run out of steam first? Is it going to be Durham? Is it going to be Leeds? Or is it going to be me? That's the.
I feel that.
That's the $1 million question.
I think certainly, given everyone here, well, both teams here have a player that doesn't necessarily. I don't know what I'm saying.
I mean, we can see that the slays seem to be going pretty much even. I think that with SOSOK being on 24, Leeds are probably slightly ahead. But the problem is neither team is managing to get the slays that they need when they need them. And I think Durham have been managing to put more pressure on the map there. But as soon as they pull a flag, it all seems to disappear.
Could be a potential issue for Leeds if someone sat in the bottom of their base. Just there you go.
Yeah, do they know? They do know. And they win the fight. Maker managing to put up a good performance. Uncharacteristically for KD from Spartan Spy. We've seen him absolutely popping off today, and 25 kills and 14 deaths is not going to be what the doctor ordered. And the Mage Lord goes down, unfortunately. That makes it 2 dead for Durham.
Very nice shot by OK here.
It was a very nice shot, but I don't think it's going to. I think it'll shut down Durham's hopes of. It will not shut down Durham's hopes of a flagpole. Now you have 2 of them. There's nobody in a position to stop them directly. The question is, can they be chased down? Yeah, but they needed to fight this either way. It might actually be a blessing in disguise that they missed the flag because it forced them to turn. They're getting shot at from across the map, which is huge. That trade from Manxie could be massive. Is anyone going to be in a position to touch this flag? It doesn't look like there is. That's probably the closest thing to a successful flag run we've had since the start of the game with Leeds' bottom mid run. The Mage Lord showing off just a few seconds too late to be a deciding factor in that map. It's going to go down to 5 seconds, and we're going to be going to a full reset.
Oh, goodness me. It's madness.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the stat lines, there are some people with a lot of kills, but at the end of the day, these kills just aren't the kills that are needed. And I think if after all this, Durham lose it, I can't imagine them regain mentally for the reset. They threaten the reverse sweep and then lose in double overtime. I think that would be crushing. But then again, we have to get there first.
I think potentially also, as this game goes on longer, Leeds are also going to be sort of doubting themselves more and more, given the fact that they have been, so far almost reverse swept.
Yeah, they've almost reverse swept, and now they're not managing to capture the flags that they probably feel like they ought to be. They're probably looking back at those bottom mid runs and thinking, yo, what the hell were we thinking? They go 2 dead off the rip here, but so did Durham. Nobody really looking for that translocator, just as we sort of thought they probably wouldn't be that bothered about it. But the thing is, you're in a situation where you've been in a stalemate for the past 20 minutes. You gotta say, hey, maybe we need to start trying to find these advantages.
Yeah.
And if the advantages that you're making through map control aren't working...
We do see 4 dead though for Durham.
We do, and they've got control of that part of the map, but they're still running it out in the open for some reason. On the other hand, they are running it back up to this side, and it's going to be a fight in the Leeds base probably to decide the game. This is exactly the kind of flag run both teams have been trying to get. There's not going to be anybody here to go dead straight away. This is it. That's it. It's game.
Wow.
It's game, set, match.
And that is going to be...
It's going to be 1-0. It's going to be a bracket reset in favour of Leeds. And now we see whether or not I was right. We see whether or not Durham can mentally regain after that.